Welcome to Screen Recaps, and today we are going to recapping the movie The Visitor from the Future. In the future, chaos erupts at the Axomico nuclear plant when a reactor catches fire. Two trapped engineers, unable to read Cantonese instructions, must decide between pressing a yellow or blue button. A mysterious fox warns against the blue button, claiming future knowledge. After several translation attempts, they believe him, but the Time Patrol intervenes, calling the fox a terrorist and insisting on the blue button. The engineers comply, causing a temporary calm before the plant explodes. In the present, Deputy Gilbert announces a deal with Axomico to build a plant, ignoring eco-activist Alice's warnings about outdated technology. Arrested, but later bailed out by her father, Gilbert, Alice must prove her loyalty to her friends by hacking his computer for evidence. That night, as Gilbert reminisces about his late wife, Alice encounters the fox attempting to steal the computer. Panicked, she hits him, waking Gilbert, who then threatens to call the police. At that moment, the Time Patrol appears in the yard and shoots at Fox. Alice pushes Fox down, causing the bullet to hit Gilbert's leg. The patrol rushes inside, prompting Fox to activate his bracelet, transporting himself, Alice, and Gilbert to a mysterious corridor. Alice escapes and discovers a ruined city, passing out in shock. She wakes in a junky room, seeing Gilbert through a tiny hole. Raph, another timeline refugee, shares food and takes Alice and Gilbert to Fox in a lab. Gilbert tries to flee, but encounters zombies. Scientist Henry explains the zombies appeared after the Axomico plant explosion, showing video proof. Gilbert thinks it's a trick, but the group kills the zombies and takes Alice and Gilbert on a city tour in an armored car, revealing a destroyed Paris and a deadly radioactive cloud. Gilbert admits his mistake. Fox prepares to shoot him, but Alice intervenes, seeking other options. They can steal the laptop to cause a political scandal, risking intervention from the Time Patrol, who oppose historical changes. Gilbert suddenly loses consciousness, and Raph suggests he should naturally decide not to sign the nuclear plant deal to avoid Time Patrol detection. Alice agrees, noting Gilbert's potential to change, since he wasn't always cynical. Fox agrees with one rule: if they're in danger, he'll shoot Gilbert. After visiting a pub where Alice is mocked for asking for clean water, she argues with Gilbert, blaming him for the future's horrors. He distracts the crowd with free drinks and escapes with Alice, while Fox and Raph are blocked by drinkers. Alice and Gilbert encounter a zombie horde and flee into an alley, where Fox and Raph join them. With no bullets and a dead bracelet, they're saved by a gang of warrior children who kill the zombies and lead them to safety. Meanwhile, the Time Patrol finds Henry's lab, forcing him to self-destruct it and flee. They discover a mysterious map in the ruins. Alice's group is taken to the children's hideout. While sharing a meal, Henry teleports in, burned from escaping flames, warning everyone of the approaching Time Patrol. The children throw stones, prompting the patrol to use a grenade. Henry sacrifices himself, revealing he's a robot. Fox, furious, blames Gilbert but is stopped by Alice and the hideout leader, allowing the patrol to tase and arrest Fox. Raph is overpowered and the locals surrender, shocking Officer Louise, who promises not to harm anyone. At headquarters, Chief Constance thanks Alice for aiding in capturing the rebels. Alice defends Fox, so Constance sends an older Alice to persuade her. Older Alice reveals Gilbert's impending illness and advises spending time with him. Alice and Gilbert return to the present. Fox and Raph are taken to Constance, who accuses them of ruining lives. Fox explains that only those who make changes remember time resets. In the present, Gilbert cancels his meeting to spend time with Alice. In the future, internal changes in Gilbert are detected beyond the patrol's reach. Constance orders her officers to force Gilbert to sign the contract, even if it means killing Alice. Officer Louise opposes the plan, but Constance sends Mateo and Victor instead, while Louise is tasked with taking the prisoners to the hole. Outside, the radioactive cloud looms closer, killing zombies and the pub owner. At the hideout, Henry, still alive, tries to reassemble himself, but without a functioning bracelet, they can only wait for the end. In the present, Mateo and Victor break into Gilbert's house, threatening Alice, forcing Gilbert to agree to sign the papers. Victor stays with Alice, while Mateo drives Gilbert. Louise tricks Constance's assistant and frees Raph and Fox, giving them charged bracelets. She confronts Constance, resulting in a fierce fight where Constance ultimately shoots Louise. Meanwhile, Fox teleports onto Gilbert's car, causing the driver to stop. He teleports Mateo to a World War I battlefield where they engage in a desperate fight. Fox's bracelet gets damaged, leading to an intense hand-to-hand combat amid bombings. Simultaneously, Raph confronts Victor, teleporting around to avoid bullets until falling into a pool. As he emerges, he teleports behind Victor, initiating a fierce battle as they teleport across the room. Meanwhile, Alice seizes a bottle, waiting for the opportune moment to strike and knock Victor unconscious. She calls her father, but Constance intercepts, taking the phone to inform Alice that Mateo has captured Fox. Constance then escorts Gilbert to a meeting where she pressures him to sign a document. Just as Gilbert prepares to comply, reality begins to warp around him. Unbeknownst to him, Raph and Alice travel back to her birth, where she uses Victor's gun to force the doctor to save her mother instead of her infant self. In the present, Fox realizes Alice is erasing herself from the timeline, causing reality to reshape and correct temporal anomalies witnessed by Louise at headquarters. During childbirth, Alice's mother awakens, questioning Alice's identity before she fades away. Gilbert, understanding, shouts for his daughter, finding himself in a cozy kitchen with his wife alive.
I thought I was